Rhea Ripley is set to spearhead the babyface team in the Women's War Games match at the Survivor Series War Games 2024 Premium Live event. At the upcoming spectacle, Mommy and Liv Morgan's team will go to war inside the unforgiving structure. Rhea will have Bianca Belair, Io Sky, Bayley, and Naomi with her, whereas Morgan will team up with Nia Jax, Candice LeRae, Tiffany Stratton, and Raquel Rodriguez. Ripley's team has been dominant in the build-up to the match, but the result is far from a foregone conclusion. In fact, looking closely at the situation shows several indications that the babyfaces will come up short against the heels at the upcoming PLE. Though they look nearly unbeatable on paper, it does not look good for Team Rhea to emerge victorious in the 2024 Women's War Games match. Below are 3 signs that Rhea Ripley's team will suffer a loss at WWE Survivor Series War Games 2024. When massive stars with strong personalities team up, a clash of egos is often inevitable. The reluctance to relinquish control and submit to another member's leadership can often get in the way of the team's collective goals. As a result, teams that appear weaker on paper end up scoring a victory due to their ability to work together. This certainly seems to be the story with the Women's War Games match at WWE Survivor Series War Games 2024. While Team Rhea Ripley is heavily favored by fans to win, there has been a lot of bickering and fighting within the babyface team. On the other hand, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez have managed to gel with Nia Jax, Candice LeRae, and Tiffany Stratton despite their past differences. Although Rhea Ripley's War Games team for WWE Survivor Series War Games 2024 is much vaunted, their opponents are not to be taken lightly. Not only is Team Rhea facing a veteran in Candice LeRae, a powerhouse in Raquel Rodriguez, and one of the fastest rising stars in Tiffany Stratton, but they are also facing 2 world champions in Liv Morgan and Nia Jax. Given that Bianca Belair has pinned both Morgan and Jax within the past month, and Ripley has been booked strong over the reigning women's world champion, it feels as though the heels should win to regain their momentum. Additionally, defeat for the babyface team would be infinitely more interesting for their various post-Survivor Series War Games 2024 storylines, such as Io Sky and Rhea both chasing Liv Morgan, and the tense situation involving Belair, Naomi, and Bayley. Just over a week before Survivor Series War Games 2024, Jade Cargill was attacked by a mystery assailant. The Storm was found laid out backstage and taken to hospital, after which she was diagnosed with multiple serious injuries. This sparked a great deal of speculation as to who assaulted her, with most of the suspects being her own allies. This could be a sign that a heel turn within the team is coming at Survivor Series War Games 2024. Anybody from Bianca Belair to Naomi to Bayley could be revealed as the perpetrator, costing the group the match. If the attacker had been from the opposing team, they would have taken credit for Cargill's injuries, so the cryptic nature of the angle suggests that a huge split within the babyface team is potentially coming in Vancouver, Canada. As the anticipation for WWE Survivor Series War Games 2024 reaches a fever pitch, one of the most talked about matches is the Women's War Games bout featuring Rhea Ripley's team. Known for her dominance and leadership as part of the Judgment Day, Ripley is a proven powerhouse, a reigning champion, and one of WWE's most compelling superstars. However, despite her formidable reputation, there are several signs that her team might not walk away victorious at this year's event. War Games, a brutal match fought inside a massive steel cage with 2 rings, is not just about physicality. It's a battle of strategy, endurance, and teamwork. As we head into the event, cracks in Ripley's armor and her team are becoming evident. Let's dive into 3 key signs that suggest Rhea Ripley's team may face defeat at WWE Survivor Series, War Games 2024. War Games isn't just about individual dominance, it's about cohesive teamwork. While Rhea Ripley has proven time and again that she can crush opponents in one-on-one matches, her team dynamics are under scrutiny. Reports of internal tension among her chosen teammates have been circulating, with egos and personal rivalries threatening their ability to work as a unit. In recent weeks, Ripley has struggled to rally her team, which is made up of strong personalities who may not always see eye to eye. Whether it's a clash of egos or lingering bad blood from past storylines, these fractures could spell disaster. For example, if Ripley's team includes Judgment Day stablemate Lyra Valkyria or rising star Indy Hartwell, their inexperience in high-stakes matches like War Games could clash with the intensity Ripley demands. Similarly, rumors of backstage animosity between Ripley and another WWE superstar rumored to join her team, Zoe Stark, add fuel to the fire. Without total unity, communication could break down in the cage, leaving openings for their opponents to exploit. And in a match as chaotic as War Games, a single misstep can be the difference between victory and defeat. While Rhea Ripley is undeniably one of WWE's most dominant figures, her overconfidence could become her undoing. As the leader of her team, Ripley often takes the reins, expecting her teammates to fall in line with her plans. However, this reliance on her own strength and judgment might backfire. Ripley's arrogance has been a double-edged sword in her career. While it has driven her to championship gold and iconic victories, it has also blinded her to the weaknesses of those around her. By positioning herself as the central figure in her team, Ripley risks underestimating the importance of equal contributions from her teammates. Additionally, Ripley's focus on her own dominance might lead her to take unnecessary risks in the match. War Games is notorious for its unpredictability, and even the most dominant superstars can find themselves overwhelmed when they bite off more than they can chew. If Ripley decides to play the hero by taking on multiple opponents at once or leading the charge too aggressively, she could leave her teammates vulnerable to counterattacks. This overconfidence might also extend to Ripley's team selection. While she's likely to choose strong allies, she may overlook strategic pairings in favor of those who align with her personal ambitions, leaving her team ill-prepared for the cohesive onslaught of their opponents. Another glaring sign that Rhea Ripley's team might lose at Survivor Series, War Games, is the lack of momentum heading into the event. In WWE, momentum plays a critical role in determining the outcome of major matches, as it reflects both the storyline build-up and the perceived strength of the competitors. Unfortunately for Ripley, her team's recent performance has been lackluster at best. Over the past few weeks, Ripley's team members have struggled to secure decisive victories in their respective matches. This lack of momentum not only impacts their confidence, but also gives their opponents a psychological edge. For instance, if Ripley's rivals led by a formidable captain like Bianca Belair or Becky Lynch have been racking up wins and establishing dominance on Raw or SmackDown, it sets the stage for them to enter War Games with the upper hand. Moreover, the opponent's team has been showing exceptional cohesion in the lead-up to Survivor Series. In contrast, Ripley's team has been plagued by uncertainty, last-minute roster changes, and questionable strategy. This disparity in preparation and execution could tilt the scales in favor of the opposition. Another factor to consider is Ripley herself. While she remains a dominant women's world champion, she has been stretched thin across multiple storylines. Between defending her title, managing her role in the Judgment Day, and now preparing for War Games, Ripley may not be at 100%. This physical and mental fatigue could hinder her ability to lead her team effectively during such a demanding match. War Games is notorious for its unpredictability, and the inclusion of wild cards, unexpected betrayals, surprise returns, or unannounced participants often shifts the balance. This year, rumors of a surprise entrant on the opposing team have fans buzzing. If someone like Charlotte Flair or Jade Cargill joins Ripley's rivals, it could drastically alter the match's dynamic. Even within Ripley's own team, the possibility of betrayal looms large. WWE thrives on shocking twists, and the high-stakes nature of War Games makes it the perfect setting for a dramatic turn. If one of Ripley's teammates decides to turn on her mid-match, it would not only cost them the victory, but also set up future storylines at Ripley's expense. While Rhea Ripley is a powerhouse and a natural leader, the signs are pointing toward a potential loss for her team at WWE Survivor Series, War Games 2024. Internal tensions, overconfidence, and a lack of momentum heading into the event create a perfect storm of vulnerabilities. Add in the unpredictable nature of War Games, and Ripley's dominance may not be enough to secure victory.